G'day punters, welcome to Victims of the Punt. We've got Golden Slipper Day, 5 Group 1s at Rosehill. Outstanding card as always, and Mark Shean and Mark Rhoden have helped, or are joining me to help find a couple of winners on the card. Mark Shean, I'll start with yourself. Soft 7, I think the track was this morning. Is that how you're seeing it for tomorrow?
Yeah, we had a very hot day yesterday, and it's clear skies again today, so certainly should have some improvement in it. But I still think you'll need horses that have got good wet ground form on the scoreboard.
Okay. Mark Rhoden, expecting any track pattern at this stage?
No. Rail's only gone at 2 metres, so I suppose similar to last week, and the track will be a bit drier as well, as long as it doesn't rain overnight. Look, hopefully it'll be pretty fair. With the rail just going at that 2 metres, I'll be a bit more inclined to look for on paces in the sprint races, though.
Okay. Look, we'll just preview the Group 1. So we'll start off with race 5, which is the Ranvet Stakes over 2,000 metres. And Very Elegant is $1.40. Montefilia is $5.50. Angel of Truth is $8. And Emissary, which is scratch from Flemington, is around the $11, $12 mark. Mark Shean, any interest at all in this race?
Not really. A sad state of affairs for once a great race. Unfortunately, I think the Australian Cup probably sapped a few runners out of it, and we're not left with many chances in this race. She does look the winner. Very Elegant. They should get a decent speed with Angel of Truth and Entente in the race, so she should be too good. Just be a cup of tea race for me. Montefilia, obviously the danger.
Mark Rhoden, any interest for yourself?
She just looks to have the race at her mercy. I didn't think she was super impressive winning last time, but I mean, even her second level is probably still good enough to win this. I don't see how she can be much bigger than $1.40 either. Not a betting race for me, but I think she does look the winner.
All right, easy enough. We'll move to race 6 then. That's the Rosehill Guineas over 2,000 metres. And in terms of the market, we've got Animo at $2.05 is the best you're getting. Converge is $3.60. Profondo's $5.50. Forgot You, $9.50. Everything else is over 30 to 1. Mark Shean, the Rosehill Guineas.
Yeah, well, this is a muddling pace, in my opinion. Sword Point, I think, will probably try and roll forward, and maybe Profondo will go forward as well. But I can't see a lot of speed here. Look, I just can't get the difference in price here with Converge and Animo. Animo might be better suited to 2,000 now, but I think Converge has got a better turn of foot. And if it gets into a sprint home only, if the pace is muddling, I'd probably prefer to be on Converge, just from a price factor.
Yep. Mark Rhoden, we've mentioned the muddling paces a few times this prep with regards to Animo. If that's the case, are you looking to bet around him here?
Don't know if I want to bet around him. I'm pretty close to the market, to be honest. I'm about 210, 330. So I think Converge is backable at 360, but not screaming overs. And I do have to lean to Animo at 2,000. He wasn't really suited last time in the Ranvet Guineas, and he's still, he was certainly outpaced by Converge when Converge let down, but he still nearly got him on the line as well. And I'd expect at 2,000. Outside barrier, not ideal, but if you can be within striking distance of Converge at the turn and the track's paying fairly, I reckon you'll probably get over him, but $2, $2.05 to find out it's not screaming value in my opinion. I expect one of the two to win. I'm jury out with Profondo. Look, he had every excuse in the world at Flemington. Just a horror watch from the outside gate that day. But even though I think he has the potential to mix it with this grade of horse, just going through his form from last spring, he was certainly visually impressive, and he's certainly got a lot of upside. But he was beating horses like Head of State and Benno, which really aren't in the same street as Animo and Converge. So he's got it all to do, and who knows what harm he's taken from that tough run at Flemington as well. So he's certainly not a betting proposition for me either, and I don't think Forgot You was good enough. So one of the two, yep. Animo or Converge. Lean to Animo, but no bet this stage.
Okay. The first leg of the quaddie is race 7, the George Ryder over 1,500 metres, and Forbidden Love is favourite at $3.90, just ahead of Mwanga at $4. Colette, Private Eye, they're both around $6.50. Halal is $11, upwards the rest. There was a notification coming through about an hour ago from Annabelle Neesham saying that Mwanga had a slightly elevated temperature and left some of his feed, so read into that what you will. But Mark Shean, I'll start with you.
Yeah, well, I liked him, and that's not ideal, is it? They've come up late and stabled in Sydney, and maybe he hasn't travelled up all that well. I think he's got genuine Group 1 form. He's got good wet form, and he's 2 out of 2 at Rosehill. So he's got a lot of ticks. Forbidden Love's a mare in form. Obviously, that's a very good recipe for success, but that was not a race the other day. They just absolutely walked in the race and was a sprint home from the 400. She probably gets all favoured again here, though. She sits on the back of Riodini and is probably there to pounce as well. But she's yet to win at 1,500 metres, which could be a slight query, although she had no luck in the Coolmore last year and then failed in the Doncaster at 1,600 after that with a lightweight. And the other one who's obviously got a good chance here is Private Eye, who I think will settle a lot closer in the run from barrier number 1. Question mark over Mo'unga with that business with the feed. So I'm going Private Eye here. I just think he'll settle a lot closer. Hopefully there's a bit of pressure in the race with Riodini rolling along, and I think he's probably the value Private Eye.
Okay. Mark Rhoden, any angle here for yourself?
I'm a bit up in the air. I want to back Forbidden Love because she just mapped so well again. 1,500 is a slight query, I think, but and a bit more pressure this time, but she's just racing so well and puts herself in great spots. I mean, in previous preparations, they were riding her back. I mean, she's come back a better course, clearly, and getting wet tracks has been a plus, but this change of tactics, I think, has probably been the key to her. That said, look, she's coming off genuine heavy tracks to, if this is improving into the 6 range or something, whether she has that edge on her rivals under those conditions, I'm not sure. All we've learnt this prep is that she's absolutely, probably a Group 1 horse on heavy, but whether that's the case on dry tracks, I'm not 100% sure yet. Massive question mark on Mo'unga now. I thought he was the obvious danger. I reckon one of the two will win. Private Eye, yeah, I suppose it'll be closer. I just don't know. He won the Epsom with a very light weight. Whether he's can match it with the horses like Mo'unga if he's right and Forbidden Love at weight for age, I'm not sure just yet, but has the potential to. I'll say that. Yeah, look, I'm in 2 minds. Look, I think just with her map, 380 looks like a good price, but I just have that question mark about whether she's a heavy tracker only.
All right, let's have a look at the Golden Slipper, 1,200 metres for the 2-year-olds. The market has Coolangatta as favourite around 450, although actually one of the joints is up around 480 at the moment. Sajardin is $7.50 to $8. She's Extreme, $8.50. Fireburn is 11, and then it's basically upwards from there. Jack and O Best of Bordeaux, Revolutionary Miss on the next lines there. Mark Shean, always a tough race. What are you thinking?
Yeah, well, interesting preparation here. The Coolangatta hasn't had a run for 9 weeks, has drawn a wide marble, but it doesn't look to be excessive speed here early. I would say that Best of Bordeaux will probably roll forward. Maybe Rise of the Masses will try and cut across from a wide alley, but Queen of the Ball will probably kick up. I think Coolangatta can probably roll forward into a decent spot here. Having said that, I'm going to stick with She's Extreme. I think wet conditions, she's won at the track, got a decent draw, should get a nice run around midfield, maybe one off the fence. So I think she's got a chance, and I think Fireburn looks overs to me as well. So I'm with those two fillies. I don't know what to do with Coolangatta. I think a lot will depend on how she turns up in the parade. She'll probably be easy early on, and I think the market will settle down once they see what she does in the yard.
Okay. Mark Rhoden, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with She's Extreme too. Absolutely no reason to hop off her. We were all on her last week, and she did the job. What we said in the review show on Monday was the best figures for a 2-year-old in Sydney this season. So if you're getting, you can still get $8.50 and better, $9 in places. Very easy bet to have. Probably drawn best of the main chances too. Brett Preble, flown up to ride. He's won one of these before. I think she's a fantastic bet at the price. Coolangatta comes into the race under a massive query, and has her spring win was outstanding. You know, stamped her as a real top-class 2-year-old. Her first win in Brisbane she was half slaughtered in that race, but it was poor. It was a dreadful field. And the Magic Millions form, well, you know, I don't know. Look, it's a weak year. She's got to be conceded a chance, but I haven't got a favourite. I've got She's Extreme favourite, so that's why I'm going that way. And beyond that, I think it's, look, if She's Extreme doesn't back up and Coolangatta isn't fit enough, then about 10 of them could win it, I reckon. So I'm just putting all my eggs in the She's Extreme basket. Hope she gets the right run and can hold her form from last week, and I think she'll be hard to beat.
Okay, that will bring us towards the last race we'll preview, and I've just lost internet there briefly, which is wonderful. But it's the Galaxy over 1,100 metres. The market has Isotope favourite at $4 from away game at 8. Overpass around 9.50. Brooklyn Hustle 10. Big Parade Polelli. Shelby 66 all around 11 to 12 within the Congo. Mark Shean, do you have any firm opinion here of the Galaxy?
Well, they're going to go fast. That's a firm opinion. That's a stack of speed here. Look, I'm with away game at the value. I think she's got great form in 1,100 metres. And just look, she's got a second or third there to Isotope in Queensland, third in fact, but she did all the work in front that day, and I think she'll be off the speed here. Isotope's got a good chance, but that price seems to be short enough to me, right at rock bottom. So I think away game's a bit of value here for me. Polelli's drawn a horror draw, but they might just go mental in front here, and he might be able to run home from the back. So we'll just have to assess how those shoot races are playing through the day. But for me, I think away game, good each way, Ben.
Okay, Mark Rhoden.
I think Isotope's too short too. I've got 5 strong chances in the race and about 8 lesser chances in it. So I think it should be an open race, not a 4-1 the field race. My 5 main chances are Isotope, Shelby 66 in the Congo, Minhaj and away game. And there's 3 of those are better than double figure odds, and I think I'm going to spec them. A bit like Dicko's approach to the Newmarket last week, where he backed, I think, 4 horses, none of them running the first half dozen, I think. So I'll see if I can match him here.
That's what I usually do too.
I think In the Congo's been set for this. Should get it. Doesn't have to lead, and I'd rather he didn't actually. 1,100, just sit off him from 2. Minhaj, look, I'm falling in maybe to that straight run last spring at Flemington. That was very good. So the $17 will probably get me in. But a couple of O'Shea runners were doing that week in Flemington and won't necessarily reproduce, so we'll just have to wait and see there. And the other one, of course, the colt horse, Shelby 66. I'm probably 2 weeks late to this party, but I'm not making the same mistake I made last week and let him go around at a silly price in the form he's in. So those 3 will do me, but if you want to back anyone of about another 6, I wouldn't talk you out of it.
What do you think of the weight there for In the Congo, Mark? These 3-year-olds didn't overpass both on 56. They're weighted right up to their best, I thought.
Yeah, I've marked In the Congo around 9 to 1 or something. I'm not declaring him by any means. I just thought he was it seemed though they've really targeted this race. He trialled well and maps well. So that's the case I can make for him, and he's probably not well weighted, you're right.
No, I'm not bagging your tit. I'm just saying that 3-year-olds with that weight don't have a great record in this.
No, they don't. No, you're right.
Okay, well, look, that brings us to the end of the preview. It's probably a mixed bag of races. We've got 2 really competitive ones and a couple where we're probably just going to sit and have some lunch. But outside of those, I'll just try and get your best plays on this card. Mark Shean, I'll start with yourself.
Yeah, well, I think Mazu will win again in race number 2. I couldn't put myself through No Compromise and J Ford again, unfortunately. I'll let that one slide. I think Mallory will run well in the last. Look, there doesn't look to be a lot of speed in that race, so I'm just fingers crossed she does jump okay. But thought a very good run there behind Mazu the other day. So I think on an each-way basis, she'll give you a good side in the last. But as I said, there's not a lot of speed in that race, so I'm just hoping that she jumps cleanly.
Okay, so Mallory around $5 in the last. Mark Rhoden, your best plays.
Best plays. I'm not going to say give a best bet as such. I think Mazu will win 2. I've got him around even money, and that's about what he is. So I'll just wait and see whether I back him or not. She's Extreme, great value bet in the slipper. Very happy with it, and I'm going to give Mighty Beale another chance in that Manion Cup in the staying race. This is a really good race actually. There's 4 or 5 good chances in it, I think. But I'm just going to forgive his failure as favourite last start on the very wet track, and just if it's in the soft range, I think it'll be better suited. Hopefully ridden with a little bit of intent from 8. He's been getting a bit too far back to my liking, but I think at around $7 he's backing.
Okay. Yep, $7 there for Mighty Beale in race 3. Guys, best of luck over the weekend. Go well there tomorrow. Enjoy the day, and we'll catch up on Monday with Rob Scurry to review the meeting. But until then, enjoy.
Thank you.